This is 107, no? Teka. Ang question ay the magnitude of its velocity 2 seconds after launch for letter A, di ba? Sorry, 105. Sorry, mali din ako. 107. So we're looking for uh, position vector. Okay, so sige, okay lang. Di ba problem pala yung tinitingnan ko. Tapos, so for letter A, five, seven, and 10. Seven 7.5. Wait, does this make sense? Teka, position vector yung nahanap, di ba? So letter A. Parang may kulang. Tingnan mo yung figure. It's never on the x-axis. It's only on the x-axis at the origin. So yung A, that doesn't make sense. Ito, ano yung position vector natin dito? Hello? Tingnan mo yung define natin na R of t. At saka capital R of t. I think draw a figure. So on your diagram, draw a vector from the origin to P. So balik ka dun sa problem statement. Draw on it. So vector from that to P and call that capital R. Kasi tingnan mo, may plus 3 dito, di ba? Sa J. So imposible na maging on the x-axis yan except when at so may plus 3. Then teka, yung sign ang nasa loob lang yan yung pi over 10 times hindi dapat ang square bracket nasa labas ng sign. Kasi ang itsura niyan sign of mo yung bracketing. So yung buong bracket is going to be around yan. So close plus 3. Teka, okay. So nag-start starts at starts at 0. Ngayon, so and then other ways of doing this, no? So T is 5, 7.5, and T equals 10. So it's going to be over 2. And then 7.5. Teka. Okay, so 6J. Okay. Ngayon yung sa letter B, so it's going to be 3 pi over 4, no? Sige. Yung C. Wait, anong D? Displacement. 5 and 10. pwedeng para maging clear ko anong nangyayari, pakimarkahan sa circle yung nahanap na positions at t equals 5, 7.5, and 10. Okay. Tapos yung displacement, 'di ba? Displacement is a vector. So, kailangan natin yung vector pointing from uh, t equals 5 to t equals 10. So that's for letter D. So ano yan? So 6j hat minus 3i hat plus 3j hat delta r is equal to negative 3i hat plus 3j hat. Wait, yung sa letter D, vector yan. Di ba? Displacement is a vector. So, you should give the components in vectors of the vector from t equals 5 to t equals 6. T equals 5 to t equals 10. Yan, yung sulat mo sa letter D, that looks like the magnitude of the displacement or the distance. Okay. Pwedeng delta tapos r. Tapos lagyan mo lang ng delta r vector. Tapos para mas specific na ano yung times involved, 5, pwedeng gawin mo subscript 5 to 10. So final position minus initial position. So, di ba final position is 6j hat? Hindi, I think sulat mo yung instead of writing that directly, pakita mo yung from the definition. So that's going to be final, so 6j hat minus the quantity 3i hat plus 3j hat. And then saka lalabas yung negative 3i hat plus 3j hat. Okay, ngayon, same thing. Alam mo yung displacement. Ano yung average velocity? So it should be a vector again. pwedeng ano, ah, ano yan? May hailstorm, may hail na bumabagsak sa roof nyo ngayon? Okay. So, delta R from 5 to 10 divided by any time interval. So from 5 to 10, so delta R, 5 to 10 divided by 10 minus 5 seconds. Tapos ang maglagay ka ng ano, yung symbol is V vector, tapos ano mo sa triangular brackets. So gamitin mo yung average, pakita ko sa yung average symbol. Pagka para ano. Okay. So ano ba yung average symbol ito? So pag meron kang brackets na ganito, usually that means average of what's inside. Kung minsan kasi, 'di ba, yung dalawang symbols for average would be either may ganitong brackets or may overbar. So, yung average velocity, dahil may vector, panggulo kasi yung overbar notation. Just use yung bracket na ganyan. Okay na? So delta V, or so the average velocity is, so negative 3i plus 3j divided by 5, so negative 3/5 I plus 3/5 j meter per second. Kasi yun yung units, di ba? How many units? Yeah.
Wala na. Wala na.
So okay na? So speed test. Okay. Or negative 3/5 I hat plus 3/5 j hat meter per second. Okay. Now for letter F, ang hinahanap dito ay velocity at the beginning, t equals, for t equals 5, and velocity at t equals find its average velocity and its velocity at the beginning and end. So, yung velocity at t equals 5, ano yun? So, meron tayong expression. Yan. Tapos lagyan mo ng vector symbol kasi vector yan eh. So yung VT equals 5, may arrow sa taas. Yan. Okay. So yung cosine should be 0, no? Yung sine pala magiging 0. So may iwan dyan yung j component. Okay, so ganito. Nasaan yung part para obvious yung pwede ma-expect na sagot dito. Oh. Okay. Sige. So, kamusta battery life mo? Sige. Anyway, sige. Kung hindi talaga kaya, mag-resume na lang tayo uli sa sige. Sabihan mo lang kapag pag hindi na talaga kaya. So, ngayon, tingnan ganito, before you compute, tingnan mo yung diagram uli. Balik ka dun sa diagram. At kasi we're looking for the velocity at t equals 5, di ba? Ano yung ini-expect mong direction ng velocity pag nasa at t equals 5? So look at your circle. Nasaan yung particle at t equals 5? Nandyan. So what's the velocity? Ano yung ini-expect mong direction? So it should be up, di ba? So if the velocity is pointing up, anong pag tingnan mo yung check mo yung ano, check mo ngayon yung velocity, yung expression na yun for the velocity. Nagsi-zero ba at t equals 5 yung x component? So, sine of pi over 2 minus pi over 2 yung nasa loob. So, sine of 0. So, I component, yung sine magiging 0. Kaya, magsisimplify yan. Tapos yung cosine, yung argument magiging at t equals 5. Okay, so magiging cosine becomes 1. Sige. Ngayon, pag yung situation na to, constant speed yung particle, di ba? So what do you expect about yung velocity at t equals 10? So we know the speed, it's 3 pi over 10. Okay, nasa at t equals 10, nasa taas, di ba? Ano yung direction ng velocity dyan sa diagram? So pointing to the left. Tapos may minus sign. And if you calculate the values from the formula, nagma-match din siya. So, kuha natin yung velocities niyan. So, that's F. Let's look at ano yung G. Ayun, beginning and end. So, F and G na yan. Acceleration at the beginning and the end of that interval. Okay, what do we know about uniform circular motion? Pag constant speed around the circle, anong direction ng acceleration? Balik ka dun sa diagram. Yung ini-expect nating direction ng acceleration should be at t equals 5. So paki-drawing yung acceleration vector at t equals 5 dun sa position ng particle. Excuse. So uniform circular motion, the acceleration points in what direction? Circular motion. Pag uniform circular motion, acceleration will always point towards the center of the circle. So, pag ganyan. So, to the left. Yung velocity, ganyan. Ngayon, at t equals 10, so, i-mark mo rin. Kasi useful naman ng nandiyan yan eh. Para alam mo yung directions ng velocity acceleration. So, acceleration is again pointing towards the center. Constant magnitude, kasi constant speed around the circle. Ngayon, ano yung alam natin about the magnitude of the acceleration? It's in terms of speed and the radius. Okay, pwedeng mag-substitute yan, yes. Pero yung without substituting kaya, paano kaya yun? Alam natin yung directions. Tapos, di ba may for uniform circular motion, the magnitude of acceleration is v squared over r, where r is the radius of the circle. So ano yung radius ng circle? It's 3 meters. Tapos we know the speed. So directions na lang. And then, pero check mo rin. Pag sinubstitute, you get the same thing. Nangyari sa ano? Ayun. So magnitude of acceleration is v squared over r, or 3 pi over 10 meters per second square divided by 3 square. Sorry, v squared over r lang, hindi v squared over r square. Okay, so ngayon tingnan mo yung coefficient ng acceleration. Yung mga yung common coefficient sa acceleration expression natin. Tingnan mo yung expression for acceleration. May 3 pi square over 100, di ba? So it makes sense. Ngayon, yung directions na lang. Yung units, meter per second square. Okay, ngayon acceleration at t equals 5. So it should be a vector. So magnitude times direction. Okay. Meter per second square. Ayan. Okay. So pinakita ko yung last time ginawa natin na winner out natin dapat yung r of t. Pero may another way of doing this na without setting up those equations. So pakita ko iyan lang natin. Ipakita ko yung alternative solution. Okay, so share ko muna yung screen ko. Okay, so let me just copy the diagram. Kasi yan, and then new page. So let's just copy the diagram. Kasi useful na makita to eh. Okay, so we know na, so let me mark yung mga positions. Ito yung t equals 0. Tapos, known din na yung period is 20 seconds, no? So period is 20.0 seconds. Yeah, bigyan tayo ng significant figures. So, we know na at t equals 0, it starts here and then it's going to move forward. Ngayon, tingnan natin. Ang 5/20, so 5 seconds over 20 seconds, but that's going to be 1/4. So, yung 7.5 over 20 seconds, so this is 1/4 of a period. This is one 1/4. Yung 10 over 20, dahil mas madaling mag-compute. This is 1/2 of a period. And then, ito, kaya ano nga ba 1/2, 1/4. So, between 1/2 and 1/4. Sorry, yeah. Between 1/2 and 1/4. 7.5 over 20 is okay, so yung 7.5 over 20, that's going to be 3/8 of a period. So, yung 1/4 of a period, we can expect na 1/4 of the whole circle yung iikutan niya. So, automatic na, dito dapat yan at t equals 5.0 seconds. And then at t equals 10, 1/2 of a period, so kalahati ng circle na yung naikot, t equals 10. Tapos yung 45 degrees, yung pag 45 degrees ito, that's going to be 3/8 of a period. So yung mark na nandito, that's going to be at t equals 7.5 seconds. Ngayon, how do we get the speed? The radius is known. So radius here is going to be 3.0 meters. So yung speed is going to be 2 pi times 3.0 meters divided by how long is one whole circle. That's going to be 20 seconds. So 6 divided by 20, that's going to be 3 pi over 10 meters per second. Okay, acceleration. So we know the speed. Yung acceleration is v squared over r. So 3 pi over 10 meter per second square divided by 3.0 meters. So that's 3 pi square over 100 meter per second square. And then after that, kung gusto namin makuha yung mga velocities. So for example, velocity at t equals 5. So kaya nating mahanap ito. At ito. Yung velocity at t equals 7.5. Hindi tinanong, no? Pero it can also be found. Ang kailangan lang natin dito ay, if this is 45, this is tangent. So, we should be able to compute. So, this angle and this angle should be 90. So, this should be 45 degrees din. Kaya 45 naman yan eh, no? So, 45. And using angles, you can get yung components ng velocity ng unit vector pointing tangent to the circle. Okay? So this is another way na kunin mo yan. Pero gusto ko kasi makuha mo rin yung skill na isusulat mo yung position vector as a function of time. Kasi pag dumating tayo sa oscillations at may arbitrary the skill will help you later. So this is a shortcut, pero yung calculating R of t, V of t, and so on is also useful. Okay, so let me stop sharing here, and then let's continue with the next problem. So tapos na tayo sa 107, so let's do 109. So pa-share na lang ng screen mo ulit. So 109. Update si BA comma. Wala. Okay. Pwedeng pa-share ng screen. Parang wala lumalabas sa ano ko eh, sa screen ko. Or stop sharing ka muna tapos reshare uli yung screen. Ayun. Teka, pwedeng instead of using yung position versus yung y versus x, kaya bang hanapin, kasi ganito, kabisado mo ba yung position versus x? Yung y versus x equation for uniformly accelerated motion? Hello? Is this something that you've memorized or is it something that you look up? Kasi
kami.
Ayun, okay na. Rinig na. So yung equation yan, is it something that you've memorized or is it something that you look up in your notes?
Memorize po.
Okay. Hindi ka ba nagkakaroon ng memory fatigue with memorizing so many things? Kasi yung effort, kasi for example,
Umami.
I mean, kasi for example, dito sa uniformly accelerated motion, yung basic kinematic equations, kaya mo nang i-derive lahat ng kailangan eh.
Ayun, try mo yung skill na yun, Joe. Kasi parang, ako nakalimutan mo yan, sinasabi mo, sir. Marami ng input pang ibang
It's easier to derive the more complicated stuff than to memorize it.
Derive mo try mo derive. Oo.
Hindi, wag mong i-derive yan. Kasi hindi mo kailangan yan dito. Hindi mo kailangan i-derive yan dito. I'm suggesting an alternative method. Ganito, kaya bang mahanap yung time to go from, for the electron to go from the initial position to the wall?
Hmm, wait, dito po
So,
binigay speed, saka binigay yung distance to get time.
so
No?
ganito, ano yung
Ano
kinematic
po?
equations? X is equal to,
Ano ba?
okay, yung initial velocity, anong direction?
Wala. Yun lang yung
Yeah.
lang. Wait.
So,
So,
sige, i-state ko, no? Yx equals, so x minus x naught equals, yung velocity dito is, initial velocity is purely horizontal. And then, sige, so workout muna, isuot muna natin yung yung general form. V0x t, tapos y minus y naught. Kasi walang acceleration along x is v naught yt minus 1/2 gt square. Kasi g is downwards.
dito po?
Actually,
Kasi, okay. So, it's like, parang ganito yung electron, tapos somehow it fell down a little bit.
so v naught x, so v naught y plus 1/2 at square, or since a is negative, acceleration is downwards, so minus 1/2 gt square.
No battery. Okay. Yung ito. Nasa yung, ayun.
Kasi ito bilahin lang na ano lang.
May nabot yung charge ng putong,
Sige.
graphics. Okay, nice.
Okay. So, ngayon, ano yung mga alam natin? Yung initial velocity is horizontal. And it's given. So so ano yung V0x at ano yung V0y?
V0y is, 0. I mean, like, wala naman
Zero.
pong pataas. So,
Wala siyang component. Tapos, ano yung pipiliin natin na x0 at saka y0?
0, 0.
Nasa
Just
0,
everything
0.
So,
Okay, so can you get the time of flight?
ito lang po yung variable dun eh. Yung y po saka t. Hindi ko alam.
Okay. So using yung first equation, can you get the time na magta-travel yung particle to the wall?
Yes. And then from there, get the y po. Okay. Possible. So, 1 equals,
So T is,
okay, wait. So, 1 over this one po, that must be very small.
yeah, nasa million meters per second eh.
Okay, so that's like 33 microseconds po.
Mhm. Okay, ngayon, so you know the time. So ano naman yung binaba niya?
0, okay, negative.
Yeah, t squared yan, di ba? So dapat may square. So 0.5 times 9.8 times 3.3 raised to the -7, no?
Wait, something must be wrong. Okay, so I forgot the -7. What? So it's like, ano po kasi yung, yung, the -12? Uh, micro, nano, pico? Pico?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pico. So, picometers? Literally like
Yeah.
5.8 picometers. Oh no. Okay, so that's
So,
literally almost nothing fell down.
okay. Pero meron, di ba? So, does the answer
Pero,
increase or does your answer increase or decrease? So, yung ano, how far will it fall? Ang kailangan natin magnitude. Tapos may unit yan, meter.
I mean, it should po kasi, I mean, like, okay. So, the T is dependent on V0x and X. So, X won't change, but if you change V0x, T will obviously change because it's dependent on it from this equation.
Okay.
And,
So,
since because Y is dependent on this T, which is dependent on this equation, then of course, if V0x changes, Y should change. But
okay. Ngayon,
how?
pwedeng i-ano, i-express. So, ngayon, express mo yung y in terms of x and v naught.
Mm,
Eliminate t. So, x over v sub 0 x. And then square. Okay. So, ngayon, kung magnitudes lang, so absolute value, that's going to be +1. So, absolute value, kasi yung ang sagot, ang hinahanap natin ay distance eh. Yung negative sign, that's not a distance. That's going to give you a displacement. So, yung distance fallen is absolute value of y.
okay, so Y is equal to
So, the
when this
amount fallen, okay. Ngayon, yung amount fallen is absolute value of y. That's actually what we're looking for. So, matatanggal yung sign. Okay, so
okay, so
ano
when this one
nangyayari as when V0 increases? If the initial speed is increased, what will happen? So, yeah, the amount fallen decreases. Okay, now is this sensible from what we know of ordinary objects projected at horizontally?
I mean pretty obvious po naman na if you of course if you throw a baseball very slowly, then it will fall faster.
Mm. So for the same amount of time, more fall, di ba? And
Opo.
bullets will fall for the same amount of time. Bullets will fall.
So,
Hindi, sorry, same distance, hindi same time pala. Kasi at
opo, same.
same time, pareho lang sa if a fall eh. So, moving the same distance in x, the faster object fall, will have will fall. What's a good word? will fall less.
No po.
Okay. So, punta tayo sa next question.
Okay,
We're done with
so
109. So, 111. Kaya, kopyahin ko yung question. Oh, that's... Hahaha. May variation yung tatanong dito. Pero sige, gawin muna natin to. Centripetal
okay, so
acceleration.
ako.
Okay, so centripetal acceleration of an object on the Earth's equator due to the rotation of the Earth. Okay, so ang tanong dyan, anong circle yung tinatravel ng object on the surface of the Earth at the equator? Tapos
Okay,
kailangan mo i-look up. Kailangan natin yung radius ng Earth eh.
Radius ng Earth, I think I remember that po. It's something times 10 to the
Search natin.
6
Earth
meters.
radius.
6.37 times 10 to the 6.
6.37, 6.371, 6,371 kilometers, or 6.371 times 10 to the 6 meters. So, isulat mo na yan. Radius of Earth is... So ano yung mga given? Given radius of Earth is...
Okay, so our yung time, yung 1 day in wait, time 1 day is equal to something. Okay, metal mass time. Ano ba yung, ano no?
24
24
hours and then 3,600 seconds.
8,6,400. Okay.
Mm-mm. Okay, so yung object is moving on a circle. We know the period. We know the radius. So, ano yung acceleration ng object?
Okay. So it is ano ba yung acceleration? Acceleration is wait, V is
So, ano yung speed? Okay, speed muna. Wait. Divide, okay, yan.
yeah, it should be over. So nagkamali po ako doon. Dapat nalagay ko dito. So 8,6,400. I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of slow. Only for 63 meters per second. Okay. So,
Kaya, sige. 2 times 5 times 6.37 raised to the 6 divided by 86400. Actually, yung speed of sound is 463 meters per second. Around 400 meters per second, di ba?
Opo.
So, speed of sound. So, that's fast.
Pero
I
it's
think
kind of like
343 meters per second eh. But we don't feel it kasi pati yung medium ng sound gumagalaw din eh.
okay. So v squared equals something or 53. Okay, so that's very slow.
Okay, so yung magnitude ng acceleration maliit, maliit, no? Okay. And then, ang tanong naman, if the Earth were rotating, nagbago yung rotation period, what should the period be so that the acceleration of an object on the surface of the Earth is going to be 9.8 meters per second square?
Hmm.
Okay. So sa part B, so I think maganda ang gawin mo niyan ay express everything in terms of the radius and the period.
Wait, I mean T is this is the actual period. 1 day.
Hindi,
Okay.
sinabi, yung actual period is 1 day. Pero dito, ang sabi, what if you change the rotation of the Earth so that it will have a different period and the measured acceleration is going to be 9.8.
Okay. So, wait. So, gusto niya po yung centripetal acceleration is yung current na acceleration of gravity?
Ah, so 4 pi square over t square. So,
Okay. Wait, that's super short.
okay.
I have to
How
calculate this.
many minutes is that?
Uh, Divided by 60 equals 84 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what Jupiter day? What is the how fast is it? I think Saturn is the fastest day.
Teka. Um,
10
day.
hours 34 minutes. So that still
Hmm.
apparently takes 10 hours. But meanwhile this hypothetical Earth po takes about 1 hour and 24 minutes. Crazy.
Ano yan eh, ang ibig sabihin niyan, the Earth, a planet like the Earth can't be rotating at that speed to maintain its own integrity. Kasi gravity yung nag-hold together ng Earth eh.
Mobo.
Okay, so okay na to, no? So let's go do the next one. 113.
Oh no! It crashed.
I to
Okay, and
F.
after Jumper crashed. Where is it? Hello? I cannot write.
Hello?
Oh no! Okay, Jamboard crashing is a serious issue. I literally cannot write. Wait lang mo. I will reload.
Sige. Hindi ko pala nag-external.
Mag-external po pagkatapos po na tong chapter. Kasi yung ano po yung tinatanggal po yung mga Zoom files po para bumawas po sa load. Yung external po para ma-download na po sa ngayon. Ano ba? A drunk skunk over level ground. Okay. Drunk skunk. Why? Okay. The question is why? Why would a skunk be drunk? So the angle something something something. What are the magnitude? Okay, that's very easy. Where is it? It's just a series of displacements, but it's in polar
Mhm.
form. Okay, this is what happened to the skunk. Alright. Okay. Distance one, something, something.
Kaya,
Uh,
tingnan natin yung ano. And then, kaya, meron akong isa-suggest na strategy dito.
omo.
Kasi ang magiging problema natin yung calculation of displacement 2, displacement 3. Kasi yung cosine theta, sine theta, those are all angles measured with respect to the positive x-axis. Yung theta 2 and theta 3 are not angles measured with respect to the x-axis.
But I can make them move.
So you have to compute yung mga yon.
Okay, so this one in respect to x-axis. I will just make a bunch of triangles. Okay, so this one, if this is theta 1. Come on.
I-ano ko lang, i-copy ko lang yung figure ulit.
Okay, so it's like it's basically the ano po yung remote angle theorem.
Teka ha. Ito. Okay.
Tingnan mo.
Teka. i-drawing ko lang yung mga kailangan mong hanapin na angles para madali yung computation. Tapos, so pakita ko rin. So, share ko yung screen ko.
Opo.
Okay, so, yung gagawin ko dito, I'm going to draw lines na parallel sa x-axis. And then, yung display, kasi pag ito yung angle na hinahanap mo, tawagin ko na theta tilde 2. Tapos ito, theta tilde 3. Yung displacement, maling i-compute. So D1 is going to be D1 cosine theta 1 I hat. Yung second displacement in terms of theta tilde is D sub 2 cosine theta tilde 2.
Opo.
And D sub 3 is going to be D sub 3 cosine theta tilde 3 theta tilde 3 j hat. So, kailangan hanapin yung theta 2 tilde, theta 3 tilde. And then once you have that, you can just plug it in here. So, yun yung isang strategy na pwedeng gawin. Okay, anyways, stop sharing na ako ulit.
Masyado malakas po yung ulan. Ah,
Binabaha ba yung area ninyo or hindi naman?
yung ano po?
Baha.
Hindi po. Pero baka bumaha po. Possible.
Okay. Check ko lang
I mean, using
mga
that.
angles.
Hmm.
So, theta 1 is 30. Then theta 2 is 50. So, and then so, theta 3 is 80.
This is more like algebra torture instead of an actual physics torture.
So theta 3 is okay. Okay, nahanap ko na yung angles.
Geometry.
So yung theta 2 is okay, 160.
Oh no, less than 1 minute. Must finish. Okay, so this one. Electric shock.
Okay, so ano yung argument na nakuha mo sa ano? Sa sa D3? Okay, we get the same thing. Yep, 260 degrees. Spot check lang natin. Cosine 30. Okay. 8 sine 160. Okay, 2.74. And then 12 sine 260. Okay. So, alam natin yung individual displacements. Ano yung total displacement? So, okay. 5 cosine 30 plus 8 cosine 160 plus 12 cosine of 260. So negative 5.27. And then sine. Negative 6.58. Okay. Wait. Anong quadrant yan?
Third quadrant.
Okay, naalala mo yung ano, yung basic angle or reference angle from New Syllabus Additional Math? So compute that first, and then from there find yung angle. So makakatulong i-sketch mo yun. No? Tingnan mo yung sketch. So negative 5.27 yung I, 6.58 yung J. So you can get yung reference angle and then plus 180.
Ayun, ito nga po. You get the tangent negative and negative 1 and then add 180. That should be the correct angle already.
Teka. Sige. Ang mangyayari kasi dito, yung value ng tangent ng theta is positive.
Oo, tapos
So pag
nadagdag
nag-tangent
mo ng
na, kaya mo mag-add ng 180.
resibo. It should, when I add 180, it should be like mga 220 to 240 degrees. So
So,
I expect it to be
so
from in that
tangent
range.
inverse of 6.58 divided by 5.27 plus 180.
Yun, so it falls in that range nga po.
So 231 degrees. Okay.
No.
Three, 115. Okay, so for this problem, ano yung acceleration due to gravity in centimeter per second square? So 9.8
But
times
they use
100.
is there a
So
reason to use
980. So 980 cm per second square, di ba? If you look at the numbers, the acceleration ng electron due to the electric field is much, much greater than 980 cm per second square. So for this problem, it's a good approximation na ignore gravity.
But I mean the electron po is the electron is moving extremely fast, and then yung acceleration niya po is also extremely fast. I don't know how do you say yung high acceleration. Pero so it means na
Hanggang large lang yung magnitude.
No po, super small lang naman po yung ma-affect ng gravity.
So kaya pwede mo i-ignore.
Why does my zero look more? Bruh.
So ang binigay dito, so walang binigay na length ng plate, di ba? Ang binigay lang ay yung horizontal distance traveled by the electron.
Actually, binigay po yung yung wait, okay. So travel horizontal distance of 2 centimeters.
So hindi siya yung length ng plate. Yung plates, ang purpose lang niya para mag-produce ng acceleration.
Wait. So this is sort of like yung experiment. ni
Yung
Rutherford po. Yung
ano yun?
Margaret.
Yung teka, ano ba yung ano?
Iniisip
Iba
ko
yung
pa
ano
yung
niyan eh.
Opo.
So, yan. So, may dalawang plates. Tapos, ibe-bend niya yung path ng...
So it's like the experiment where they discover the charge of the alpha, beta, gamma.
Mm.
Mm,
Ano, yan yung mga ginagamit din, di ba, for mass spectroscopy. Parang ganyan yung
okay,
setup.
the magnet will bend the electron. So or whatever particle, charge particle.
Pero dito, ano yan eh? Electric field yung ginamit eh.
Length. So it's simply just length of
Of horizontal travel.
this the total distance. Total distance traveled.
Hindi, iba yung total, curved yung path, di ba? So, yung total distance
Okay.
is
So length.
horizontal of horizontal travel lang siguro.
Okay, so that's something. T equals 2.00 centimeters over something, ano ba yung D? 1 times 10 to the 9.
Teka, yung initial will okay, so 2 divided by
Wow, so 2 nanoseconds. Crazy. Okay, and then the vertical distance, y
okay, so
equals,
yung acceleration is okay. I think ilagay mo na plus yung sign para distance yan at hindi displacement. So just y equals 1/2 AT square.
okay, 2 millimeters upward.
Mm-hmm.
So yun nga po. So when it passed through the plates, it bent a little. And that bend is like 2 millimeters.
Okay.
Okay.
So alam natin yung A and B na. So C, horizontal and vertical velocity components. So Vx and Vy.
I mean, okay. And then Vy equals,
I think centimeter per second mo na lang. Kasi ang binigay na units naman ay in centimeters eh.
why would they give it po in centimeters and not in meters? The CGS mo more
Alam
so.
mo, yung may lumang standard dati na in centimeter yung typical na ginagamit for scientific experiments. Kasi mas manageable yung scale eh.
Yung
Kaya may
Gaussian.
mga tinatawag na CGS na
CGS.
yung units for... So, ang units sila for distance is centimeter, yung distance is gram, and then second for time.
Pero would that mean they would have different units for energy po, mga density, normal?
Yeah.
Normal.
May different units sila. So, for energy, it's going to be a dyne, and so on.
Bruh.
Ano yan eh? Actually, pati yung choice of units kasi depende sa discipline eh. Minsan, hindi convenient yung meters kasi masyadong malaki.
Dito po. Hindi po siya convenience. Hindi.
Ayun, nakuha mo na yung y. V sub x at v sub y na yan, di ba?
Okay. So, this is C and D.
Hmm. Ayan. Okay. So we're done with 115, so let's look at 117.
And to think po yung nagawa ko lang po hanggang 127. Hanggang 137 mo po ito. RIP. Oh no. So, 117. 4.5 seconds? Grabe, tagal po na na. Nice. That's very long. Mm,
Gawa ka ng sketch ng ng path at saka ano, para lang
sketch no path. Put. Okay. So,
so I think okay na yung choosing the origin as yung initial position.
weird football or something.
At yan. Sorry, if a ball leaves the 150 cm above the ground, so hindi siya 0-0. So your initial position is going to be 150 cm. Tapos may angle of flight, which you don't know yet. So sketch the initial velocity. Tapos hindi natin alam yung angle, hindi natin alam yung speed, yung initial speed. But we know ano yung lands 46 meters away. So it's going to land at 46.0.
Okay. So, I mean, what if you set the origin po to 0-0 and it will land at negative?
Pwede din.
I mean, I think it would be better because if you set the origin po to the starting point, it would make yung mga x0, y0 much better.
Okay, pwede.
Okay. What? Sunday. X equals wait. V0x is equal to
V
x
sub
over
0.
easy. So 46 meters over 5 seconds. Nice. Okay, then y is equal to v 0 y b minus 1 half b t squared.
Wait. Plus 1/2. Okay, sige. So y plus 1/2 gt square.
Hydration.
Okay, so magnitude is
Parang may exercise na pa yung daliri ko sa pagsusulat.
yeah, 117. Okay, 24.
Okay. So, 65 degrees. Done.
Done. Okay, yung next, yung 119. Kailangan mo mag-stretch or something?
Okay na mo. Na ako. Napagod na po sa...
Lakas po ng ulan dito hanggang ngayon. Ang haba po ng ulan.
Actually, medyo nakakaingit kasi ang init-init pa rin dito eh.
Oh, nag-press ko na po sa dito sa amin. Mga less than 2 hours na po yung ulan eh.
2 hours na ba?
More than 2 hours.
More
pala.
than.
More than 2 hours. Mga less than 3 hours na po yung ulan. Na malakas.
Umuulan. Teka, check ko. Umuulan pa dito. Or... Hindi eh. 29 degrees Celsius.
Bro,
Tapos,
yung ba yung RIP moment?
39.
39.
teka.
Yung 37 po, mainit na eh. 39.
29. So,
29.
hindi mo
Okay.
ganun mainit. Pero, humid.
Humid. Wala man.
The bullet. Okay, this is my type of problem. So somehow there was this sniper who fired at a wooden box cart, and for some reason, the entrance and exit holes are exactly opposite. What? Okay. So from what direction? So ballistic forensics.
Mm-hmm.
Like figure out where the sniper fired from.
Teka. Something problem. So, 119, no?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The bullet.
85.
Kaya,
Why don't
naisip
we need to know the width of the box cart? I mean, I think I would, but okay, sure, he knows better. There must be a
Kaya,
reason.
pag-isipan ko rin, moving along straight at the speed v.
Actually, this is the only problem po that I skipped out of all of them. Kasi hindi ko po maisip how will I not use the width of the boxcar. Pero I developed to a certain point naman.
Both lengthwise exactly opposite each other. Okay. So if it's exactly opposite, so it has to be shot from an angle. Okay. Its speed decreases by
20%. Okay, what a nice number. Thank you. So, what's V1? V1 is 650 meters per second. What's that massive velocity? That's crazy. Crazy fast. So this is 85 kilometers.
Kaya V sub 1 is yung speed ng boxcar. Tapos yung V sub 2, yun yung speed ng bullet. Tapos, I think for this problem, I think pwede mong ignore gravity. Kasi masyadong maliit yung times na involved, I think. Or is it going to be significant?
I think it would.
So para maging opposite. Okay, so yung angle, so dapat ang mangyari, yung angle ng pagpasok slightly upward. Kasi aakyat tapos bababa uli di ba? Para maging directly opposite.
I mean, that's literally yung ano na po, yung ano na, yung tawag doon, yung goal.
Okay.
Yung mga
Ganito.
kailangan bakit to wait. How far away ba po
Reference,
yung ano?
hindi natin kailangan, ang importante lang dito ay ano yung speed na tatama yung bullet. Tapos, initial speed V sub 2. Significant ba yung magiging effect ng gravity sa speed? The speed here is 650 meters per second. Pero dapat aakyat yun tapos bababa So hindi pwedeng above the boxcar. It should be below.
Okay.
Ganito. We don't know how to solve this yet, right? So let's try simplifying the problem first. If gravity is ignorable, so let's say ignore gravity. So, ang mangyari, same level. So, can you solve the problem kung gravity is ignored?
Probably po. Nag-brown out po dito ulit.
Okay. Sige. So, ignore gravity kaya muna. Kasi ang problema kasi, hindi natin alam yung this is a reference frames problem. So, saang reference frame simple yung solution?
Okay, ito lang po yung gagamitin ko. So, the velocity of the car to ground. Tapos, susulat po lahat. Tapos, and then, using mga cosine sign. Ha? Using yung mga cosine sign, you can get yung, okay.
Okay. Mukhang ignore gravity muna. Mukhang yun talaga yung approach dito.
Mabo.
Tapos,
Why did they have to cut off the electricity?
ground and boxcar. So ground reference frame, boxcar reference frame. So, yung origin natin, I think yung magandang origin natin sa boxcar ay yung saan pumasok yung bullet hole. So, bullet entry point.
Or hindi kaya po when it was fired?
Hindi, kasi kung yung where it was fired, di rin natin alam kung saan nanggaling di ba? And if you ignore gravity, hindi siya magiging importante to this problem. So, mukhang yung entry point ng bullet, yan yung origin, ground and boxcar. So, origin in X and Y. Tapos wala tayong Z. Kasi, ngayon, let's say alam natin yung position sa ground, sa X bar, Y bar, at time T.
Ito ba si UPS tong desktop? Itong desktop.
Oo.
Namatay siya.
Hindi ba doon may notes? Hindi ginagawa kayo.
Kailangan ko ng tissue. Ilan mo?
Anyway, sige, balikan natin to sa Thursday. This coming Thursday, start tayo ng 4 p.m., right?
Yes, sir.
Pwede ka?
Pwede po.
Okay. Sige. So 2 hours tayo this coming Thursday. So we'll continue with this. I'll also think about paano gawin to. And then we'll talk about it next time. Kasi 7 na rin naman Okay, so we'll stop here for now. I'll see you again on Thursday, 4 p.m. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Okay po, thank you po.
Thank you
Bye-bye
po.
po. Grabe, nakahirap na.